Yes, Xabi Alonso is cooking. Now, don't deal. Chelsea has broken their transfer record, £170 million. Don't deal for Morgan Rogers. If you have not heard that and you are hearing it from here, this is Stanford standpoint. Let's get into it. Now I'm going to talk about 4 talking points on this today's video, and I'm going to discuss mostly about Morgan Rogers. So stay true to the end, and I'm going to tell you this deal, what it means for certain players and what it means for Chelsea. So the 4 talking point I'm going to do is, it's me. I'm going to do a little bit banter. Number one, a brief, and I'm going to talk about the project and the fee and Rogers' intent for Enzo in the team. Now, if Xabi Alonso can have this influence. Now, we are all aware that for the past, like, not this summer alone, I think since last summer, Chelsea have been linked with Morgan Rogers and also Arsenal as well. And for the fact that last season, Chelsea's season wasn't that quite good, and we finished in 10th place. And Arsenal, our bitter rivals, they were the champions, and they believe they had the influence to pull player or to buy any player in the market that they had the funds and the rest. Now, Arsenal have been linked not to too many players, but this Morgan Rogers, like, it is the player they really want to get. It's just like what Chelsea's strategy has been using in the summer as well. From the beginning, we've talked about signing Pep Chavaria, and we've not deviated from that. Likewise, Marco Palestra, which we have already signed, and Marcin Lecroix. We've been waiting patiently that the World Cup to finish, and I believe in the next couple of days will be a development on that part as well. So now, Morgan Rogers has been the same for Arsenal. Arsenal have highlighted Morgan Rogers to be the player they want to go for, because they said they were waiting for the likes of Martinelli. Maybe they will get a move, or Trossard. So I think Trossard just went to Turkey, and I don't know, maybe they are still looking to sell Martinelli. So Arteta and Arsenal have made it a priority that Morgan Rogers is the player that they want. And I all know Chelsea has this knack of always upsetting Tottenham Hotspur and Arsenal every now and then in transfer window. That is why there's a trend that is going on right now that clubs are even signing players without no noise. Without no noise. Madrid started it. Barca has done it with Anthony Gordon. Madrid did Cucurella and the rest. And Tottenham just from nowhere signed Matheus Fernandes and Sandro Tonali. Tonali was also linked to Arsenal as well. I love this silent transfer. I really, really love it. And Chelsea has joined the trend as well. From nowhere, done deal. And he just finished his probably country's match, and by Monday he will be coming to do his medical. So as I'm recording this video today, Sunday, maybe he used today to travel or probably rest. He'll be coming to London to Chelsea, Stamford Bridge to come and do his medical. Now, the same people who said they are champions, they are number one. They say Chelsea has lost it. Chelsea is a selling club. Chelsea don't do this. Chelsea don't do that. Someone who is intent, who has no European tournament to play this season, and someone who is a champion believes being a champion alone is enough to sign any player, to bring any big player to his club. You have to know one thing again. You ask yourself this question: is Arteta a world-class coach or manager? The influence Alonso will wield in the transfer window, can Arteta pull the same strength? Can he pull the same influence? Someone who has went to Champions League with Aston Villa decided to come and play for a project that is not in Champions League. And don't forget, some people will say some sort of things regarding this transfer that Chelsea, they attracted him because of the money alone or whatever. Don't forget that there's this influence of Cole Palmer being best friend with Morgan Rogers. That is another influence. The influence of Xabi Alonso, the influence of Cole Palmer being with his friend, and Rogers being with his friend as well. And we also have the influence of having a good project being spearheaded by a manager that has a pedigree of winning, a club that has a pedigree of winning. One bad season cannot define Chelsea history. We have the history there to show any players. Trophy overhaul, everywhere choke. Everywhere choke. We are not one season wonder, or I will win a trophy for you every 20 years or every 6 years. Chelsea are not like that. Now, that is for the Banter anyway. So I believe we really enjoy those few points I highlighted. Now, the project. Now, it's the project I believe that attracted Morgan Rogers to Chelsea, because I want to believe that. But the fact that Morgan Rogers will look and feel like I have a team who is going to the Champions League. But at the same time, he will still make it known that I have played the biggest tournament in the world of football, which I just finished right now. So if I don't play Champions League this season and I'm going to a project that has the pedigree of playing that Champions League, even having a higher odd to win it than Arsenal, is it worthwhile the wait? Is it worth the wait, or is it a good decision? So this is his personal decision, and I believe he will put all these things into perspective, put them into play, and check, okay, this is the right move for me. I know that Arsenal fans will be saying they never bidded for him, they never. This is a player Arsenal fans and club and everyone has been hyping up before now. They have been bringing out in statistics, even if everyone saw it. They have been talking about it themselves, not today. Before now, they have been doing that. That is for the project. And for the fee, well, the way it is, if not 170 million pounds, I believe Aston Villa will not entertain it. It's a transfer fee they cannot reject. It's not easy to reject that. Yes, everybody might say, yeah, it's overpriced, it's overpaid. Even some Arsenal fans feel like on their banter now that Arsenal will not have signed him for that amount or whatever. You can't sign him because you don't know the reality of today's football transfer. You don't have the reality, and you cannot tell me now that Morgan Rogers is not a world-class player. He's not even average. He's a very, very good player. Opinion on myself, I don't really too fancy Morgan Rogers, but I believe there is a seriously good player there. It has not even hit his peak yet, because he has played big matches and turned up for every big matches against every big team. He scored in the final as well, in the Europa League final. So what else could you ask for? He just played World Cup. He assisted twice in this World Cup that just finished. So you cannot tell me he's not a big game player. He has been doing it. He has been doing the consistency. And I would believe Chelsea have waited patiently. He has developed into that player that they can pay this amount for him. I know the reality of transfer now is in the hundreds of millions. This is 9 figures. It's crazy. And Chelsea cannot go wrong on this, because signing a player of that, don't forget when we started with Moises Caicedo for a season, everybody were like, oh, is this, is that. And nobody argues that anymore. Likewise, Enzo Fernandez, Chelsea paid in the hundreds for him. So I believe this is highly going to bring out so much more for Chelsea. It's not going to be a flop. If you are waiting for that, wait for eternity. And now for the Rogers intent, what it means for Chelsea. Now, I believe if after this final on Sunday, Enzo Fernandez will probably be a whole lot of transfer talk again, and he will now probably maybe think about his future, what is going to be, and this is going to be a statement of intent for Enzo Fernandez and Kopama and every player in Chelsea, because we have a lot of players that wants to win things, that are very, very ambitious. Now, if Enzo will look the transfer Chelsea just did, the Marco Palestra, Pep Chavaria, the manager, and so on like that. If it looks like okay, I'm seeing some statement of intent here. Let me give it a try, even if one more season, or let's see what is going to happen. I believe Enzo might decide to, okay, I will commit my future, I will still be here, and I will see my contract through. But if Chelsea had not signed, Chelsea broke a record for Morgan Rogers. It means a lot. Enzo will look at it in a positive way, because when you see yourself as the only player who makes moves, changes, that desire to not lose, to want to win every game, and you see yourself as the only one in the forest, things like this can happen. You might look yourself and like, okay, let me look for another greener pastures. So I don't blame anybody who leaves a club for another. It's because you're trying to look for something. If you're not looking for something, you will not be moving from a place to another. And moves are different. The ones that are looking for something and the one that is looking for not to get out of the job are both two different things. This is a player who we all know is very good. He wants to win. He wants to win things. So I believe for this Morgan Rogers deal, Alonso is going to do wonders. He's going to cook. I believe that. Because don't forget, Chelsea will be playing just one game per week. There's no tournament, European tournament, that is, because some people are like, okay, Morgan Rogers will be like a 10 or a backup. No, Rogers is not a backup to Kopama. He's versatile. He can play on the right wing, can play on the left wing, can play as a 10. And I know fully well, I also do not play touch the wingers. He doesn't do that. But he is not. Someone cannot be signed for a record fee for a backup purpose. So I believe the influence of Alonso in this deal is very, very massive. So massive. This is not just the club are signing it for a PR stunt or for publicity. No, if Alonso did not request for this transfer, it would not have come into play. And I believe Alonso has a use for the transfer before he made this move as well. Don't forget, Alonso wants a type of Florian Wirtz in his team and wants a type of Xhaka in his team. He's gotten Xhaka already in the form of Enzo Fernandez. That's why he wants Enzo Fernandez to stay. He's gotten Florian Wirtz in two players, Cole Palmer and Morgan Rogers. What more do you expect? Chelsea this season, anybody can think them or underrate them at their own peril. So what do you guys think about this Morgan Rogers deal? The point I've highlighted, I did a little banter, talk about the project, then the fee, and also what it means for Chelsea. Let me know your opinion in the comment section. And this is Stanford Standpoint. See you next time.